Hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing all right. It's my first night back at college, and my parents came in to help me get my room set up. I'm not too far away, so I can go home anytime I want. So weirdest thing happened when I went out tonight. I went over to the hangout spot to grab a culotta from Dunkin' Donuts tonight, and it was closed. It's not supposed to close till 10. I don't get that. They didn't really have any notice at all, so as to say that it was closed at before 10, or it was closing before 10. And I really don't get it at all. Not at all. So, I know I said in a comment not too long ago on my Zolly shipper video involving How to Rock that I would do one on Zevie. I would do a video about Zevie, talk about Zevie. Although, I just got word, and I'm going to provide the link in the description box, that How to Rock is not going to be picked up for a second season. And the show actually grew on me, so I'm disappointed. I surprisingly enough am really disappointed. I would have wished we'd gotten more out of it than we did. And David M. Israel, he thanks everybody. He thanked everybody for his support. He put it in a little blog on, not a video blog, but a written blog on his Tumblr. And I'm gonna provide the link in the description, like I said. So I really wish we'd gotten the chance to see the show flourish. And so 17 episodes have been released so far. How to Rock CL counts as 1. It counts as 2, actually, even though it's the same consecutive plot throughout the entire episode. But it's an hour long, including commercials. And that was actually a surprisingly good episode. That's probably the best one so far. And with the 9 that we're going to get, I'm hoping for the best with How to Rock a High School Sensation, which we won't get until September 29. We're not going to get it until after 1 or 2 weeks after we get How to Rock a Singing Telegram. If there's an episode in between, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's How to Rock a Camping Trip, but I'm not certain. And the last episode that's going to air will be December 8th, How to Rock Christmas. And I don't know many TV shows that have a Christmas special as their season or their series finale. I guess this is the first, I suppose. And I am disappointed, I really am. I didn't get the opportunity to see a show flourish. Hey, maybe Teen Nick will pick it up. You never know, because they picked up other very popular Nick shows. Well, 1 or 2 anyway. The only one I know of right now is H2O, which got picked, after being on Nick for a short time, was picked up by Teen Nick. And with, well, anyways, I'm not hugely confident about the idea that Teen Nick will pick it up. I wish they would, definitely. Bring in about 3 more seasons, sounds like. It's a possibility. And then maybe, shows that are canceled prematurely, to certain others, they never get proper finales. And I always try and speculate about what I think would happen later on. And I doubt the series is going to end on a cliffhanger, but at the same time, I would have liked to see something that, brought it all together in the end. Something specific. Maybe a TV movie or something to bring down the whole kit and caboodle. To bring up the whole kit and caboodle. I'm not sure about theatrically released film, but, well, Anyways, you guys ship Zevie religiously. In fact, they definitely say it's the most shipped ship on the show, and for obvious reasons, of course. So I'm going on Wiki right now, How to Rock Wiki right now, so I can take a look at It's odd how specific these Zevie moments are on this website, and how much other information there is. There's almost next to nothing on the Zolly page. So, Zevie moments throughout the series. How to rock braces and glasses. Xander tries to convince Stevie to let Casey join Gravity 5. Xander and Stevie whisper to each other. Xander touches Stevie's arm gently when he whispers something to her. These are almost very vague, if you ask me. Like, so incredibly vague. It's almost like you're reading far too much into this, but maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Xander's the one to tell Stevie about Casey. When they are all hugging at the end of the performance, only you can be you. He turns first to Stevie, smiling but frowns when he sees her hugging Nelson. How to rock a messy bat. Stevie explains to Xander that Casey wasn't listening. Stevie tries to stop Xander from eating the burrito. Xander's and Stevie's hands were on top of each other when they made the bet. Zevie put her hand on top of Xander's pretty quickly. Stevie catches Xander trying to look at himself in the symbol. They are alone in the hangout room before Casey comes in. Stevie is watching Xander wipe his face. Okay, that one's odd. I don't remember that one. Xander jumps towards Stevie when they hear the cat. Stevie grabs Xander and hugs him when they hear the cat. Stevie keeps her hand on Xander's shoulder when they're standing on the couch. Stevie and Xander are standing very close to each other on the couch. Xander and Stevie tell Stevie to go and puts his hand on her back. Stevie and Xander don't try to eliminate each other from the bed at all. I actually didn't realize that. Imagine that. There are people paying attention more than me, I guess. This is what that means. How to rock a guest list. Xander moves toward Stevie when Justin passes out invitations. Xander moves to stand behind Stevie when Casey is lecturing them. Xander looks a bit sad when Stevie says she's not going to the party. That one may be too vague. Stevie and Xander both leave the training for the party. Yeah, they do. Xander looks and smiles at Stevie when they walk into the party. Xander looks a bit jealous when he hears Stevie and Justin. Xander is the first to leave after Stevie, or says he's going to leave. Stevie and Xander stand near each other when they defend Casey. Stevie and Xander hug each other directly when they group hug, and Stevie puts her head on his shoulder. If you pay attention during the song, you'll see that Stevie and Xander are looking at each other in the background while Casey is in front of them singing. And Orca statue is much more limited. Xander is playing with Stevie's hamsters. Stevie seems jealous when Casey and Xander are planning. How to rock a music video. Stevie and Xander were dancing with each other while Casey sings. You forgot the point. I think they forgot the point where Stevie, when Xander's making fun of Nelson's mother, and he goes, "Mommy loves you, Nelsie Poo." She's mouthing the words at the same time, and she moves her head right above his shoulder when that happens. So I'm surprised nobody said that. Also, it seems Stevie and Xander are close to each other, and Kevin is off to the side. Stevie seems interested in how Xander intends to play solo. She even questions it. How do you play guitar with your butt? Xander and Stevie are standing close together in the gym. Stevie helps Xander lift Casey up and down, but she just stands right next to him as he does it. When I have to pee. Are you kidding? They both doubt Kevin and Nelson's idea. Oh wait, they bring in the kiddie pool together. Didn't think of that. Doy. Stevie laughs when Xander makes fun of the idea. Stevie pats Xander's arm when she asks him if he was recording. They high five and then jump into the macaroni together. They play in the macaroni together. They fist bump over the views the video got. They're again standing very close to each other during the last scenes. When Xander says, "I don't remember a vote," Stevie jabs him in the side. That one's new. How to rock an election. Both are campaign managers. Both are seen as sidekicks through the majority of the episode. Stevie and Xander seem to be competing as well as Kevin and Casey. I didn't really get that aspect of the episode. I really didn't. How to rock a newscast. When Mr. March announces Stevie your job, Xander leans over and gives her a smile, and she gives him one back. Stevie assigns Xander to be an anchor, one of the most important jobs on the school newscast. It was mentioned that Stevie assigned jobs by personality, and Xander got to be an anchor, a job for attractive people, hinting that she thinks he's attractive. Xander tries to make a theme song for Stevie to use in the newscast. Stevie asks who the girl Xander was with, possibly showing jealousy. Xander was angry that Stevie didn't choose his song for the newscast. Xander insisted that Casey told Stevie the truth. How to rock a prank. Xander and Stevie look at each other when Nelson is explaining the plan. Stevie asked Xander if he had his banana, and he replied yes. What? I don't remember that. She questions Xander's question and laughs when he asks if they can just ignore it. Another really funny part of that episode on an unrelated note. Wait a second. Trenches don't spin webs. I smell a rat. What? This is a nightmare. I'm running, but I'm not going anywhere. Stevie pulls Xander behind her. Stevie tries to help get Casey and Xander apart, possibly because she didn't want Casey and Xander together. Duh. Well, yes. Definitely, that can be read in the context. Stevie and Xander both argue at the party. Xander and Stevie laugh with each other. Stevie tries to get them to solve an ASAP, possibly showing that she cares for him. And Casey is in quotation marks. No, not quotation marks, it's parentheses. They fight over the shotgun. What? I don't even remember a shotgun in the episode. They laugh and high-five each other at the prank Xander pulled. Stevie has her arm on Xander's shoulder in the last scene. How to work a secret agent. They both don't speak girl. He helps nominate Stevie as the spy. Xander was helping Stevie play her violin at lunch. He says she looks amazing along with Nelson and Kevin after she gets her makeover. He didn't like the idea of losing Stevie to the perfs. Well, that's a given. How to rock a lunch table. They are sitting next to each other during lunch. He says down Stevie with his hand on her shoulder when she stands up to threaten Molly. While talking about seaweed, she tickles right under his chin. I kind of remember that. They hold each other's arms and look at each other lovingly. Yeah, I got the little clip right here next to, as like that moving picture. I don't know what it's called. Stevie laughs at Xander's outburst. They step on the table at the same time. They high-five with both hands, intertwine fingers, then let go. Stevie looks a bit jealous when Casey grabs onto Xander. When she looks at Xander during the song, she bites her lip nervously. When Casey was yelling at Kevin and Nelson, you have to look closely, but Xander has his arm around Stevie's waist. Should look for that next time I watch the episode. It's not one of my favorites, but still. How to rock a birthday party. They're sitting on the couch fairly close together. They walk down from the stairs together, meaning that they were walking together before that. Stevie puts her head on his shoulder and he puts his legs over hers after they bit on the book. Yeah, people love that image. That's probably the most famous image synonymous with Zevie. That and her jumping into his arms in How to Rock Halloween. They do it again when they act casual. Again, while acting casual, Stevie leans against him while holding his leg. They were talking before rehearsal. They stood next to each other smiling at a point in the song. When Nelson is talking about the next level to Casey, you will see Xander having his arm around Stevie and Stevie leaning into Xander. I gotta make this into 2 parts, you guys, because I'm running out fairly quickly. So I'll have this part up in just a moment, and then I will have the second part up immediately after, and I can finish this. Just back in a minute.